All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining today for a preview of the new eVA platform. And this is from a supplier perspective. So, we are giving you an opportunity to take a look at what this platform will look like on November 1st when we go live. So, we're going to start on the eVA website because what you need to understand is that while our technology that supports our suppliers is changing, our public facing website isn't really changing. So your access to publicly posted bidding opportunities is still going to be located under Virginia Business Opportunities, along with the other tools that have been available. Our transparency features, the tools that are available through public spend reports, and your ability to search orders, suppliers, and contracts, that's all staying here under transparency for you to access. This is a list of our statewide contracts, which are established mainly through our professional purchasers that are part of our Division of Purchases and Supply. And those are accessible for anyone to search, both IT contracts managed by VITA and our DPS non-IT related contracts. And then the other resources. Most important to most of our suppliers is billing and looking at commodity codes, that type of thing. So all of this here is staying the same. And when you click on vendor login, that's where you're going to be going into and entering into this new platform, a new technology supporting the platform. So if you're on our eVA website today and you click on vendor login, we have a message that comes up and it's talking to you about the transition. It's encouraging you to check out the self-guided training resources that are available. It talks about the topics that those training resources cover, which include account maintenance, accessing your orders, a high-level look at responding to solicitations, and then how you can create a catalog in the new platform. And then ultimately, it is encouraging you to sign up for one of the live demo sessions, which is why you're here today. So when you're looking at these training resources, they really are just short overviews about these different types of features in the new platform so that you can be better prepared to navigate and to know what your points and clicks might be, and just to understand the capabilities in the new platform for you. We also have a newsroom that's located off of our eVA website. And this gives you one place to access information about the transition. So we have it segmented by audience. So information for our businesses, we call you suppliers, can be found under this section, including announcements and that important training that I just mentioned. So if we're to access this training page, and I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the training page in the chat so that you'll have that as a reference. And I'll just call it new platform supplier training. So you'll have that as a reference. You can grab that out of the chat. You can see again by topics, the information videos, along with the PDF printable resources that you might have associated with the topic. Now, not all of these topics apply to every supplier, but the ones that do are going to be talking about account maintenance, and then hopefully you're getting business, so accessing your orders. So take the opportunity to explore these videos, print these materials if you need to. And then know that when we go live in the new platform, we will have dedicated support that will be there to support our user base with any questions. But our goal is to get you as familiar as possible and comfortable prior to our November 1st go live date. And again, you can check out that transition newsroom for topics and information that might be of interest to you. So I'll also put that in the chat. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what's not changing. And there is a document in here that says what's not changing. So if I go ahead and bring that up, the fees aren't increasing. Current activity for our registered suppliers, we're going to pick up your account and put it in the new platform for you. So when you log in November 1st or after, your same username and password will work. All of our normal type of functionality that we provide, you being able to access orders, you being able to bid, access quick quotes and submit a bid, those types of things, reporting capabilities, that's all staying the same. So when you normally come in to your account, you're normally coming in, and forgive me, I'm bouncing around just a bit. You're normally coming in to your account under My Leads. So if you get that daily summary, your lead notification, those are invitations to quick quotes, IFBs, RFPs, and other types of solicitation that require public bid announcement. And those are invitations that we match you to. So when you get that lead summary, you're coming in and you're landing under My Leads. So when you are landing under My Leads, it's not bringing you through the website. You're not coming in to the landing page through your vendor login. You're actually landing on My Leads. So when you come into your account through My Leads on November 1st, it's going to look like this. You might be saying, well, why? And that's because as part of the conversion, so taking the existing information and putting it into the new platform, on the first day, we're giving you a clean slate to the business opportunities you're matched to. So if on November 1st, there's a solicitation that's issued, that's a quick quote, IFB, RFP, or other type of solicitation method that requires public bid announcement, and our eVA tool is used by the buyer for that solicitation, you're matched to that business opportunity. It will start to populate your lead list. You can also go in after November 1st and you can mark opportunities as favorites. Maybe you see something on the all opportunities page, you're not bidding on it, but you want to follow what happens with it. You can mark it as a favorite. Or if you submit a bid or proposal for a solicitation, then it gets marked as a favorite for you by default. So when you come in November 1st or after, we're starting you with a clean slate. Historical information, so if you've bid on a quick quote, if you've bid on an IFB, if you've submitted a proposal on an RFP, that will still be available on our public posting page. So just to remind you how you get there, it's from the All Opportunities page. And I'm in our test environment right now. So this is not live information. This is our test area, but this is what it looks like. All Opportunities. And you would be able to go to things that have been awarded, and you would be able to reference bid tabulation summaries for quick quotes, bid tabulations for IFBs, which is a list of everybody who bid and the prices that they quoted. You would be able to reference award information, who won an IFB or an RFP. So our All Opportunities page is going to become your best friend for looking at historic award information or referencing historic bid information associated with those opportunities that either you've bid on or you're interested in, or you were interested in, that type of thing. But it's history. And if you set it to awarded, that's where you're going to be looking at things that have been awarded. But when you come in through your leads and you actually want to bid on an opportunity, then that's going to take you into our new platform. So this is when you're actually going to be entering into the new platform. And this is what the landing page looks like when you log in to the new platform. So again, this is in a test environment. but it's an actual supplier that is registered with eVA and has some business that's been generated for this company. So I'm using them as an example. So one of the things that you have on this landing page is your ability to get back to things that are public information on our website. So you can go back to the My Leads page. You can access the business opportunities page, which you might want to reference in order to, again, access historic award information. You have access to those transparency reports that I mentioned in the beginning, are available under transparency and would not be changing. You have access to the collaboration area, as I like to call it, VIBE, which is the Virginia Information Business Exchange. That's part of our All Opportunities page, connecting businesses with other businesses. You have access to the Business to Business Connect feature. That is a unique message board associated with each IFB or RFP, where you can create a custom message expressing your interest for that particular opportunity. And then a quick jump over to eVA billing. So again, these are all resources that you can access off of our website, but we wanted to give you a seamless way to get back to those if you're logged into your supplier account. And then you also have the ability to access your company profile information. And Lakia will talk to you in a few minutes about what you can change associated with your supplier account in the new platform. So if you were to click be out here on My Leads and you saw something, you're like, hey, I want to submit a bid on that. Or you're on the All Opportunities page and you want to log in and submit a response, where is it going to take you? It's going to take you under sourcing. So think of sourcing as that solicitation. We are trying to source from you a good or service. So we're going to have to issue a solicitation, a quick quote, an IFB, an RFP, or other type of solicitation method. We call them sealed and unsealed solicitations. And under sourcing, this is where you can go to manage, and you see it says there RFX. So that stands for basically like a sourcing project, right? So we are creating a sourcing project. The abbreviation, or how we refer to that in this new platform, would stand for RF, and then the X is basically, what is it? The X is a variable. So just know that RFX means sourcing, because it could be an RFI, which is a request for. So that's what the RF stands for, request for. And what is that? A request for a quote, a request for a bid, a request for a proposal. So that's where that RF comes from. So you can jump to the sourcing section from the landing page, or you can go under sourcing to manage RFX. But this is where you'll see the invitations that you've been invited to bid on. And for this particular company, they've responded to an IFB and a quick quote, and you can see the progress of their proposal is submitted. So when we're in the new platform, for opportunities that you have responded to, going forward after November 1st, you will be able to come back to this page to look at your historic proposal information. But for anything that you're submitting now, you're going to want to print a copy if you choose to retain that information. If you're submitting a quick quote, the bid tabulation will be retained by the supplier. By the buyer from the suppliers. If you're submitting an IFB, which is an invitation for bid, the buyer will also have a list of everybody who bid and what they submitted, which is again, a bid tabulation. So I don't know that there's a need, but if you have a need right now, just know that that historic information, November 1st, going to start a clean slate. So anything prior to November 1st, right now, you're going to want to go in and maybe print that for your reference. So what about when we actually are going to then have an award made? So let's say that we won business. Fantastic. Congratulations. So the invitation for bid or the RFP, request for proposal, those will turn into actual contracts. A quick quote will turn into an order. So an RFP and the IFB, they get turned into a contract, and then from the contract, we place orders. A quick quote turns into a direct order. So under contracts, this company has the ability, and you will have the ability to manage your contracts. So you can see here that they have several contracts that they've been awarded, and they can go in and reference the master agreements associated with the contracts and other metrics. They can also get to that contract section from the landing page. And this is a tip. If you click on the logo, it'll quickly take you back to that landing page. So that's just a quick little tip there for you. And they could access their 5 contract documents from the quick links on the right. And lastly, the place that's most popular for most of us is getting orders. So not everything comes from not all orders come from a quick quote. Not all orders come from a contract that was an IFB or RFP solicitation. The frequency, the volume of orders that come through the system are based off of written or verbal quotes. And depending on who is purchasing, that might just be one written or verbal quote, because our procurement guidelines give our department level buyers across our organizations the authority to purchase up to a certain dollar amount, which is $10,000 for our state agencies. And it just needs to be from an eVA registered supplier that meets the SWAM requirements. And then they are able to purchase what they need, or they're purchasing off of a catalog. The buyers might be purchasing off of a catalog that's been created. So when you receive orders now in the system, you have one place to come to access those orders. So this particular company has quite a few orders. You can see over here under the quick links, active orders, or they can come under orders to acknowledge orders, and it gives them a list of the orders that they've received. There are different filters that you can apply directly from the links that are here. So maybe you're looking for a status of your order. You can just click on the down and it'll sort it. Click on the up, it'll resort it. You can sort by the buyer's name, alphabetical. Or flip it again, or just reset it in general. You can print a copy of the order. It's in PDF here. And because some of these orders that you'll see under orders are generated in the prior technology, the prior tool that we use, we call it the old platform, we're going to make sure that we bring over that purchase order number. So what's changing with our purchase order information? So instead of having this code EP or having the other prefixes that you might see. So let me see what other prefixes. You've got these other external codes. And the new platform, you're going to see the word PO, purchase order, and then the unique number that's been assigned to it. Or you'll see PCO, a purchase card order, and then the unique number assigned to it. But again, you'll be able to still reference the old purchase order number very quickly if it was a purchase that originated prior to November 1st. You'll be able to see that external number unique field. And then for orders that get placed, you can come in and say, great, I received the order. Let me check out all the details about this order. I can look at the terms and conditions. Those are very important. I can access my attachments. And then when I'm ready, and my screen's a little bit big, you can come over here, delivery and payment type, all of that was originated from the purchase order. And then when you're ready, there's a new feature that gives you the ability, it's optional, but we encourage it, to create an advanced shipping notice. Well, what does this do? This acknowledges that you got the order. So the buyer very seamlessly will be able to have an acknowledgement that you've received the order. You can add any comments, any attachments that you need to. And then it would, on the buyer side, start that receipt shell for the buyer. And that improves order accuracy, gives them expectations of when delivery will happen and those types of things. And if you don't save and close, and you simply go back, no changes will be recorded. So in the new platform, when we want changes recorded, we always want to make sure that we save and close. We can just go back and view the purchase order. And then we can even see deliveries associated with it. And then we can navigate back. And we can simply just go back, or we can click on the EVA logo, or we can go under orders back to our acknowledge orders list. There's also some great filtering that's available across the platform. So anywhere that you see, if you see this little funnel, you have some basic sorting that filtering that you can do in order to be able to sort. But there's other types of information that's here. So maybe you're looking for things that have been canceled. What have I got any canceled orders? Because that happens sometimes. And you can reset the information. And there's also advanced filters. Oh, I'm looking for just orders for my contract. Oh, let me look at those orders. And then you can reset the information. And again, wherever you see that funnel, that filtering will be available. There's also subcontractor reporting associated with businesses that have been awarded contracts. So if you're a supplier that's been awarded contracts, as an extension of the obligations of the contract, you'll have to report subcontractors that you hire and the payments you make to them. And that reporting is initiated by the buyer. And if there are any reports for you to complete, they'll show up under this section. This supplier doesn't have any, but again, you can get to it from the landing page, or you can navigate to it under contracts, subcontractor reports. And the last section is talking about creating a catalog. So if you have a current catalog in the EVA platform or a punch out catalog, then we will pick that up and put it into the new platform for you. We've already been working behind the scenes with those particular suppliers. But when it comes to creating a catalog in the new platform, catalog, not contracts, there will be an easier tool for you to manage and create catalogs if you'd like to list the items that you sell and have them show up in the shopping area for our buyers. Or if you've been awarded a contract and it requires you to set up a contract, these catalog creation tools will be much more simplistic and streamlined in the new platform. Lastly, if you do get your orders electronic or you do some type of catalog creation, that's what this CXML management piece is for. So that it doesn't apply to everybody. You might have been curious about why that button was there and what it meant. There's also a place for us to put announcements. And if there's any actions that we're requesting from you, maybe associated with your account or a contract, there's a place for that information to populate as well. Now I'm going to turn it over to Lakia so she can talk to you about the changes that you're able to make and how you're able to easily manage your account through the platform. And Lakia, you should be able to start sharing. There you go. I can see it. You're good.
All right, thanks, Kim. All right, so once you register with EVA, the new platform makes it easier for you to update your account information. So in order to get to your account information, you can click on general information and click company profile, or you can just click on the company profile icon here, and that'll take you into your account. All right, so once you're logged into your account, you click on your company information, you can see all your company's information is listed here. Any changes that you may need to make to your tax information, meaning your legal name, tax ID number, or your tax address. Right now, we submit forms through the customer care issue track. So right now you can just click on request information change. And you can update any information on your account and submit it, and that'll go over to the vendor support team to either approve or deny. We have to verify the information before we can approve it. So once you change it here, it doesn't automatically change on your account. You're just sending the request for the vendor support team to update your information. So I'm not going to change anything here. All right, so contacts. Under contacts, if you need to add someone else from your organization to access the EVA system for your account, you'll just come here, click create contact, and it asks you for their information. And once you set that person up, you can click on the envelope icon to send them a request to log into the account. And under documents and certifications, this is where you will upload your W-9 forms that is required for Cardinal in order for payments to be received from the state. You will see here whether it's approved or in process. So you can see where your information is and what needs to be done on the EVA side, or if it's already approved or not. And you do also have your SWAM certifications that will come over from the Small Business Supplier Diversity, depending on how you're registered with them. If you're registered with your correct tax ID number and name, that information will come over into the EVA system once you register. And you do have a place where you can upload different certifications that you may want the buyers or whatever agency you're working with to see. You can upload those there, and other documents as well that you may want to have on your account for your reference. And also in the addresses, it's easier for you to go in and update your addresses. You can just uncheck the box if you need to change your physical address, update the information, and click the save button at the top. And if you need to change the contact information, you will need to click edit data first before you can change the contact information. And in current EVA, you have to submit a form to add additional payment addresses. In the new system, you can just add as many addresses as you would like, there's payment addresses. So you will just click on add new payment address and add any new payment addresses that you would like for your business to receive checks for. And then one more link that I'm going to talk about. I think Kim's going to go into detail in reference to the commodity codes, but this is where you can find or add your commodity codes for the bids or notices that you would like to receive from the Commonwealth of Virginia. And you can select your regions also. And if you want to send notifications to a different email, you can click yes and enter a different email address. So the new system, it only allows one email address per account. So you have to have one unique email address for each user that you add to the account. I think that's overall everything for the EVA system, but it's easier for you to maintain your account, and you can update information in the system because you're using one screen. You're not clicking on different tabs. It's all on one screen. So I'll kick it back over to Kim.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lakia. And I will just piggyback a little bit on what she shared related to the commodity codes, because this is how we begin to match you to business opportunities. So she was using a supplier that they had one code. So for the example that I have, this particular business has a lot of codes, a lot of codes. So I can go in here, I can go in here and I can take a look at all of the codes associated with this particular account. And this is how quickly I can go in and change it. I'm going to just click and say, nope, go away. I don't need to have the main class code because I'm getting matched to all kinds of consulting opportunities that I don't do, which is why I discourage people from picking that main class code. So anything that ends in 00 is a main class. Nope, don't need that main class code. And then as soon as I make this change, I can hit save, and it's going to update my profile, and it's going to clean up my lead list, and it will also streamline the opportunities I get just to the commodity codes associated with what I identify. And then, oops, I want to go in and I want to add something. So this little drop down will come up where I can add a code. I can search for something. And then I also have the ability again to expand all my codes and take a look. So if we want to add and delete commodity codes, which is a common practice, then you have the ability to just say, you know, like cake, and I'm just typing the word cake in, and then I'm saying, oops, I want to add, you know, cakes, cookies, and pastries, and it will show up in my list, and hit save. And then it's going to add that commodity code to my list. And that expand button is like right there. It just doesn't, it's a little tricky. There we go. And then it's going to add that. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to add that one. I don't do that anymore. And then hit save. So again, that tip that I shared, you always want to make sure that in order to make the action take, in order to make it action on the account that's going to stick, you need to hit that save or save and close. So that brings us to our Q&A segment. I'll go ahead and still leave my screen up, and we will see what types of questions you guys might have. And if you think of something that you want to ask that's not on topic, we can definitely entertain that as well. But try to keep it about the platform or the platform preview. And if you don't have any questions, I would love if you would use the chat for us to kind of hear your first impressions and see what you think about what we've just shared. So give us some feedback.
Hey Kim, it's Chris. It looks
Yes.
a lot cleaner.
Yes, it is a lot more clean. It's more streamlined. And I think the other thing that you're seeing is that there's a lot more functionality that's available.
So this is the screen that people see once they're logged into their vendor account, right?
Well, it depends, because if you're coming from My Leads and you have something here that you want to bid on, the minute you click on that opportunity, it'll take you into that sourcing project so you can start to respond. So you'll come into an actual response screen to where you'll respond to a quick quote, IFB, RFP, you know, whatever that might be.
So sourcing is where all their email, the leads are sent to. I thought that's only things that they have responded to.
No, this is going to be a list of active opportunities where they've created response. Yep.
Okay.
So the My Leads list will still be that invitation list.
Okay.
Yep. So then when they respond, it'll actually take them in to respond to the opportunity, which you can watch how to respond, that training video, and it'll walk through the kind of a high look at that. And then once they've created that response, you can see the list of responses here.
Okay.
But great question.
And I have one last question. I'm sorry to everyone who I'm
No, you're great. Go ahead.
this. But so this is for people who are already registered. So if they're new to eVA and they're just registering, is that looking any different?
Yeah, everything's going to get updated. So we have registration videos, step-by-step guide. and those will get posted under the supplier training for the new platform starting November 1st.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Also, we would want you to note that if you need to make any updates to your supplier account, if you need to change any of your contact information, you want to do that by the middle of October. October, is it 15th? I'm sorry, 14th, Lakia?
That's the 14th.
The 14th. So we're going to pause those updates to the supplier accounts starting on the 14th so that we can prepare our data to get transitioned into this new platform.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Great questions.
Hey, Kim, this is Randy. Let me just ask, this subcontractor reports, what type of information does that include? And is that just for my company, if I'm logged in?
It is. So what's required of the terms and conditions of contracts that you may be awarded is that you report your subcontractor reporting information. So this isn't new. This is something that exists in the current platform. So this is just bringing that tool over into the new platform.
And that includes spending with subcontractors as well, so you can track that?
It does. Yep. And that's information that the buyer gets. There's a report that the buyer can generate to include as part of the contract management portion. So that's, again, technology that already exists. And we capture all the fields that SBSD needs as well to make it easy for the buyers to run the report and then submit it to SBSD for your reporting.
Thank you.
So, Anne Renee, you said that you are still confused a bit. I would love to know if you have any direct questions that I can help clear up any confusion you might have. And you're welcome to unmute yourself, or you can use the chat. Not yet. Okay. And if you're just brand new to eVA, then this isn't something that you're relearning. You're just seeing all of it for the first time. So if you aren't familiar with eVA at all, we do have a series on how to sell to the Commonwealth. We'll be starting those again in December. And that's the best place to start, which is understanding how purchasing works and everything. These platform previews are absolutely for suppliers that are already registered and need to know what that account's going to look like on the first day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions or comments or feedback? And I'll just kind of bring us together, back together again. All right. Well, hopefully everybody found this of benefit and you enjoyed taking some time out of your day to preview the new platform with us. You are welcome, Randy. Again, I'll get the playback available for everyone. I'll go ahead and stop that now, but we're not going to adjourn just yet, but I'm going to stop the recording.